we'll go right down into what is Flutter. So basically, what's Flutter? Flutter is a UI SDK, meaning software development kit for building impressive, high-performance apps for web, mobile, and desktop for all from a single code base. Meaning that with just one code base, you can write your web applications, you can develop your web apps, you can develop your iOS app, you can develop your Android app, you can develop your just all from one code base, all from one code base. And the software development kit, meaning of SDK, the software development kit is a collection of software development tools in one installable package. In one installable package. I believe we've been able to install Flutter on our system now, Android Studio or VS Code. Have we been able to do that?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes, I've been
Awesome.
able to
Yes, sir.
install Android Studio.
Oh, okay. Awesome. So
No.
Oh, okay. So, okay, for you that have not been able to do this, I didn't get your name. Okay. So you can check the file they sent you. Then you should. It's easy to install. You just go ahead to install after this class.
Yes, like I've done it, but I can't even run the program through VS Code. I don't know why.
Oh, okay. Like, did you give an error?
It was not even running.
Oh, okay. Maybe after the class, you can just in the Slack channel, you can just create ask your question there, or drop the problem. Then you should be able to look at it and help you solve it. Do you get me?
Sir?
Okay, I was saying after the class, you can just ask your question, like ask the problem, or like drop the problem at the Slack channel. Yeah, then we're able to solve it from there. Take it from there.
Okay, thank you.
Oh, okay, so continue. Sorry. So Flutter is an open source framework developed by Google. Okay, the open source. Isaac has actually done a good job last week of defining open source and explaining open source. Basically, what open source is it's open, like open. It's open to the general public. It's open to everybody. Everybody can contribute to it. Everybody can add to it. And it was the first stable release of Flutter was on the 4th of December 2018. And what is a framework? A framework is basically it's just a structure of something. It's a structure of something. It provides something that provides support, a supporting structure. So in this case, Flutter provides a supporting structure for the language that um when okay, for instance now, okay, how do I put it? For instance, you asked, okay, when I started learning to code with Flutter, when they asked me what program do you use or what language do you use, I will just say it's Flutter. Actually, Flutter is not a language, it's a framework. The language and the framework it supports is that. Okay. Okay, so why Flutter? Um there is how do I put it now, there is so many, I mean there are so many um programming language, so many frameworks. For example, there is Swift, there's Ionic, there's React Native, there's Xamarin, so many framework like that to building apps, applications. So why did the Flutter why did the Google team go why did the Google team go through the stress of creating Flutter? Okay, number one is one code base to rule them all. One code base to rule them all. If I can go back to my previous example here, it says for high performance web applications, that's like your website, then you can develop your mobile applications to then and your desktop application. So giving this example now, a guy a maker built a palm wine app. He called it P wine. Okay, then it's an app that helps you find the nearest palm wine shop using your geolocation. So he built the app using Java. But after a while, people liked it. Then posted it to the Play Store. After a while, people liked it, and okay, yes, I'm somewhere, but I have an iPhone. I can't access the Play Store. So they now contacted Emeka again. Okay, we want this app. We want you to help us build this app in in the iOS platform or on the iOS platform. Then Emeka now went back again since you can't use Java to write iOS. He now went back to learn Swift. Like after 3 months, he now came back again, bringing the app to the iOS platform. Then on the iOS platform, after Microsoft, okay, so maybe like after Microsoft has seen the app, okay, it's an app that actually makes sense. Okay, we now call them, want you to come and run it on Windows. That means he has to go and learn C Sharp again. That's like another 3 months again for him to go and learn C Sharp. Okay, so that's like a problem. So where Flutter comes in now is with just your one code base, you can Emeka can be able to run his Android build his Android app, his iOS app, and his desktop application just on one single code base. Okay, so the second one is a simple and flexible layout system. A very simple and flexible layout system. Like if you are building an Android application or an iOS application, there are so many screens. Like the screen with your Android Watch, your Infinix Note series, your Galaxy Note series, your iPhone X, your Apple Watch, your iPad Mini, making your app look good on every single screen size is going to be quite difficult. So yeah, Flutter comes in. This is where Flutter comes in. For most of us that have the background, or some of us that have the background from web development, we are familiar with the Flex, with Grid, Bootstrap, and all to help you to responsive. Let me put a responsivity or responsiveness of our websites with the UI. So this is where Flutter comes in. Flutter makes it easy for us to create very beautiful apps and it's user friendly and responsive through the use of rows, columns, paddings, center, and stack. Are we all following? Can you guys still hear me?
Yes, I'm with you.
Oh, okay. So fast development, that's the third one. Fast development, split seconds reload. Okay, so when developing apps, one of the biggest problems we as developers, or before the advent of Flutter came up, is the need to run your app. When you want to run your app, you first have to save your app, then you wait for it, then you allow it to compile. The compiling time, it takes time to compile, then finally before it shows on the screen, everything like that, it takes time, it takes a lot of time. So but this is where again Flutter comes in with the feature of auto reload feature. With auto reload feature, all you just need to do after writing your code, you just need to just press Ctrl S, then in split seconds, in split seconds, you just reload your app. Then well, actually I have auto reload and auto restart. Auto reload, it refreshes your app in split seconds without losing the app state, and without losing the state of your app. While auto restart, it destroys the app state and rebuilds it to the it rebuilds the app state, then returns the app state back to the default value. Okay, let me come again. For auto reload, what it does is when you just press Ctrl S, it refreshes your code just like from the if you know about the web, from the web guys, when you just press Ctrl S on your notepad plus plus and just come to your browser to reload, you just reload it immediately. So that's like what auto reload does too. Just you reload it in split seconds. Then auto restarts. Auto restarts, it first of all destroys the app state, rebuilds the app state, then returns back the default app state value. Okay, so that actually too doesn't take that also takes seconds too. Okay, and I think you can also use that using Control H. Oh no, sorry, Control R. I'm not mistaken, Control R. Are we still following me? Can you guys still hear me?
Yes, sir.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay, thank you very much. Okay, then the last one is access to the original source code. Um, this is also very interesting because since it is open source, you have access to the Flutter team's code. Like for example, now if you want to see how a button or a text button on object is being implemented, all you need to just click on your screen or just click on the widget. Then it's going to show you the code. You're going to see how they wrote the code and you'll be able to understand it. Okay, so before we move to the next, before we move to the anatomy of Flutter, do you have any question so far?
Mr. Michael, please, can you please give me the alt restart shortcut again?
Okay, for alt restart, that was going to be, I think, Control R.
I don't want to be mistaken. Is it Control R or Control H? Because I have Control H here.
Yes.
That's what I picked the other time.
Okay. Before the end of class, I should be able to get you that.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. Any other question?
That question, I think.
Okay. So I have a question. Can anyone just to check if I've been following the difference between alt reload and alt restart?
Okay. Alt reload will, when pressing the control, after implementing changes in your code and you press Control S, you have the code will reload, and alt restart will reload to default of the program, if I get it right.
Yes. Okay. So anyone else?
Yes, you're trying to just make changes that do not involve states and do not destroy the state of the app. But for us to start, you're trying to make a change that will destroy the state of the app and reboot again.
Oh, okay. Thank you very much. Awesome. Okay. So let's move on. It's the anatomy of Flutter apps. Okay. Okay, the anatomy of Flutter app. Okay, I think if we can see the diagram. Okay, yes, we can also see the diagram. We have the scaffold widget, the app bar widget, the container widget. It looks like a tree. Like a tree. It's actually a tree. It looks like a tree. And then the scaffold there being the parent node, or the scaffold there being the parent. Yeah, then well the app bar is the child of the parent scaffold, and also the container being the child too of the scaffold. Then coming down again to the colon. We have the colon which inherits from the container, where the container also inherits some of the properties or the from the scaffold also, like that. That's just the way Flutter apps are being built, from the scaffold to the app bar to the container. Okay, then from the container you move to the colon. From the colon it has, okay, the colon has children. If you observe, it has two children. That's the role and the text. And under the role also has children, which is the text and the icon. So like that's how we build apps on with Flutter, using the tree, using the tree method. That's just how the anatomy of Flutter is being built. Okay, so what are widgets? Understanding widget. What are widgets in Flutter? Everything is a widget. Okay, so I made an example of the scaffold, the container, the app bar, the colon, the row, the text, the icon. Every one of these things I just mentioned are widgets. So what are widgets? A widget is a basic building block we use to create the UI of our Flutter app. So just like the example of our Lego building blocks, we want to build something with Lego, with our Lego blocks. All we need just to just mix up, mix and match, mix and match, mix and match. So that was actually we do in Flutter too. We just mix and match widget, then we use it to create something amazing. So that brings us to the types, or what the types of widgets. So broadly, there are two main types of widgets. The stateless widget and the stateful widget. Stateless widget and the stateful widget. Okay. Let's discuss about stateless widgets. Stateless widgets are widgets that cannot change states. Their states they cannot be altered once they are built. Meaning that once you build it, just stays like that. It's not going to change. The stateless widgets, they are immutable. Like they're just stagnant. They don't move. Okay, we're talking about stateless. What is a state, first of all? What is a state? Or what is the state of an app? The state of an app is everything that exists in memory when an app is running. That's like the simplest definition of the state of an app. Everything that exists in memory when the app is running. So coming back to stateless widget now. So stateless widget, they cannot be altered, meaning that uh, they can't accept inputs. They're just static. And when do we use this kind of widget? We use this kind of widget when you don't want to accept input from the user, like where you just want to just display something to the user. You use stateless widget. So an example of stateless widget is the text widget, the raise button widget, the icon button widgets. Those are the examples of stateless widgets. Now this is the structure of a stateless widget. This is like the basic structure of a stateless widget. Where the main app is my app is the stateless widget, which is called from the run app. It's called from the run app, and it extends the stateless widget. It extends from the class stateless widget. Okay, the extension is like a mode of inheritance. It's more, I think we'll learn it later when we get to OOP, object oriented programming. That's when my app is inheriting some properties from the stateless widget class. Then it's now been we now override it by the override build widget. So what the override build widget actually does is it tells that okay, we want to build something. What are we building? We want to build a widget. Then okay, when you build a widget, what's going to happen? Then that's when the return comes in. We're now going to return something. What are we going to return? We're going to return a container. Okay, so I would go to my that part. I'm sure we're familiar with that part right now. Okay, so just to show how let me create a new that part. Okay, so last yes sir.
Are we using this that part from VS Code, or we are using Android Studio?
Okay, this that part is just from the web. Just all you need to just go to your web browser and just type www.thatpart.dev. Yeah, so in subsequent classes we'll start making use of Android Studio.
Okay.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so this is the stateless widget. This is an example of a stateless widget. The my app stateless widget, it extends from the stateless widget class, and it's been called by the run app function. Then it returns a material app. Basically, that's about. Then we'll come to stateful widgets. Okay, so what are stateful widgets? stateful widgets are widgets whose states can be altered once they are built. Yeah, widgets whose states can be altered when they are built. That means they are mutable. They can change multiple times in their lifetime. What it means is that once with it can accept inputs from the users, and when it accepts input like that, it will build it would you call the build function. It will call the build function again, then it will rerun. When the build function reruns, it now updates the changes. And examples of this kind of widgets are the checkbox widgets, the radio button widgets, the text field widgets. Like for example, now we have an app with a form app that you can enter text inputs. When you enter your text input, like when you want to fill a form, you enter your text input, then you enter your password, then you should be able to you check your checkbox or click on the radio button, then it will update what you've selected. For this kind of apps that you build, you use stateful widgets. So this is an example of how you use stateful widgets. So let me explain the snippet code. The name of the stateful widgets is still my app. That's class my app. That's the name of the stateful widget, which is called when you run. If you can see, my app is also here. You run it in the function run app, then it would run whatever what's in the class here called my app. Then in the my app class, we will override the class, the create state function, the create state function. Then this create state function is used to create a mutable state for this widget at a given location in time. Meaning, like what I just explained previously, a mutable state. A mutable state in the sense that it can change, it can be updated, it's not just static. It's not just static. This time around, it's dynamic. Then it overrides with the build widget also. The build widget telling the language that okay, we are trying to build something. We're trying to build a widget that returns a container. So basically, so basic widgets and layouts. Okay, so this is okay. Sorry, before I proceed, any questions so far about stateful and stateless and stateful widgets?
Sorry, Mr. Michael, I have a question about maybe the widget entirely.
Oh, okay.
When you started earlier, you show us maybe an app. It has a column, it has an icon,
Yes.
and something of such. But when I observe closely, each of them only have two children. Each parent only has two children. Yes, thank you for bringing the screen. Each of them only have two children. Is that the only possibility they can have? Is that the maximum children they can have, or they can have more than two?
Okay, so it depends on the property of the widget. So for all other widgets except the common widget that has children, that have children, the column widget, for example, has children. Like the column widget, the row widget. We're still going to look at it. The grid view. The grid view is also widgets. It has children also. Then, but all other widgets just have a child. You understand?
I'm with you, but what I want to get is that this widget, can they have more than two children?
Oh, okay, yeah. Okay, so they're going to be specified actually. So for example, the container now it's specified that the container can only accept a child. So you can just accept only one. That's child. If you can, let me now get back. Which child? Yes, you can just accept just the child alone. So if I try to change Okay, let me show you. Okay, let me return a container object. Yeah, let me use a column widget here. So a container widget. Or let me use a container widget. Okay. The container widget. Accept a child called text. Just write hello Flutter. Okay, so okay, let me run it first. So it's running. Okay, yeah. So it brings out hello Flutter. Can you see it?
Yes.
Oh, okay. So let me try adding children to it now and run it. You can see it's already giving an error. Okay, now we have a compiling error. The error in line 30, you can see this side of my screen, it says line 30, that was line 30 here. The name parameter children is not defined. Try correcting the name to an existing name parameter or defining a name parameter with the name children. So what it means that its container was not built to accept children. You get?
Yeah. I get it.
All right. Okay. So any other question?
Hello.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Yes. That part. Is there anything I need to do, or it's just type the code in that part and run it?
So I didn't get your question.
I mean, like you run that the
Yes.
Flutter code on that part by itself, like a whole app design, not just normal that code. So I'm asking, is there anything I need to do when I open that part to run this, or it's
Oh,
just
okay.
to run?
Oh, okay. Okay. This is you go to that part.dev. Then you so what you need to do, you click on the new datapad. So when you click on the new datapad, it will give an option. Do you if you want to run that code, if you want to run a Flutter code. Do you get? Okay, then we can press it. Then from there we can create a Flutter code. So did I answer your question?
Please, hello.
Yeah, I'm with
So
you.
please, I want to ask that is there a video on how to install this Flutter? Because it's kind of really confusing. It's not
Oh,
straight.
you're having difficulties installing.
Yeah, like I cannot even find the setup exactly itself.
Oh,
Like I
okay.
can't find the application before.
It's not a doctor. It's convocating next.
Okay, so I'm going to take note of it then. Yes, there's a video. So I'm going to take note of it and send a video after the class on how to install Flutter using Android Studio and VS Code. Did you get me?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Oh, all right. Sorry. Any other question? Okay, I think I'll accept that as a no other question. As no other question. Okay. So I have a question also. Okay. Okay, for me to know if you guys got my explanation on stateless and stateful widgets. Like can you guys can someone or you guys tell me the differences between a stateful and a stateless widget? Yeah, I guys with me. Did you get my question?
Yes, we are. Yes.
Okay.
You said the difference between stateful and stateless widgets, right?
Yes, sir.
So you said stateless widgets are widgets that cannot be altered after developing them or after building them. Abby?
Yes, they are
Then you said stateful. So why the stateful widgets can still be altered after they have been built?
Yes, exactly.
If I can add to that, sir.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So, you said stateful widgets are used to collect input from the user, while stateless user cannot collect input from the user. Am I right?
Yes, exactly. Yes, you can. Yes, you're right. Okay. Korede, can we hear from you too?
Sam?
Yeah, I was asking for if you understood stateless
Okay,
and the difference between
I'm not
stateless and
Korede, I'm Korodele Nelson.
I'm
I'm
sorry,
Korodele Nelson.
I'm very sorry, Corridor Nelson. Yeah, sorry.
So you said a stateless widget they only used to display content. Why a stateful widget used to collect information?
From the user. Okay. Roots. Your hand is raised. Hi, Roots. Are you there? Oh,
Yes,
yeah.
I'm here.
Okay. I wanted to your
Okay, about the stateless widget and
yes,
stateful
exactly.
widget. Okay, like you said, that the stateless widget cannot be altered. Why the state can be altered?
Okay. Yusuf and Farouk. Okay. Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Yeah, Yusuf. Like I want you to tell me the difference too.
Yeah, stateless widgets are those that cannot accept input from the user, that they can be changed once they are built. Then stateful widgets are used to accept input from the user, just as text box and the likes.
Oh, okay, awesome. So I think Adetunji, you're not spoken also.
Yeah, you said stateless widgets are what's the name? They can't be changed. They are immutable, and they are not used to collect input from the user. While the stateful, they can accept inputs and they change based on the user's input or something like that. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Thank you very much, everyone. Okay, so not just only inputs, also gestures too, like when you tap on when you tap on your screen, or when you tap on a stateless widget, nothing is going to happen. But when you there's some widgets that you tap on, you can tap when you tap on, or when you tap on it, you should be able to change. Like when you click, like a button click now, a button click when you click a button with the okay let's continue. We'll discuss about it in the interactive widget section. Okay, so basic widgets and layouts. So basically, you can also is it yes, you can also divide, or under the hierarchical structures of Flutter. You can divide the widgets into visible elements widgets and structuring and alignment widgets. The structuring and alignment widgets they are used to they're like they're not the visible ones, but what they do is they give structure and alignment to the visible widgets. Okay, so this brings us to to know more about the widgets. So you can just open your browser, then search for app api.flutter.dev api.flutter.dev. They're like the official Flutter website. Then on your the right hand side of the website, yeah, the search API docs. Yeah, you can use it to search for. Sorry, you can use it to search for a widget. For example, now the basic widget, like the text button, necessarily like the text widget. You go to api.flutter.dev, then just search for text. Then if you notice there is the from that.html, there is you would select the text class from widgets, because it's a widget we're concerned with. When it loads up, then it's to show you everything you need to know about a text widget. Everything you need to know about the text widget. So how to use it. For example, the text it accepts a string called hello. Yeah. So Isaac has also done a good job last week to um data types. Yeah, data types where we talked about strings, integers, booleans. Okay. For example, now how to use these widgets. You come down to properties. Okay, then you can change the style of the widgets. You can change the style of the text. That if you want to change the color. There's also a text style widgets. Okay, loading. A text style widget that if you want to change the font weight of your text, if you want to change the color. Okay, let's try it out. Okay, for this hour. Okay, so to change our children back to child, it's supposed to be a child, not children. Yes, all you need to do. Okay, yeah. So I was trying to say something. Um. Okay. Okay. Well, how I was able to grasp it, or how I was able to understand it better. For every return function, or for every return keyword, there is always a semicolon to end it. For every return function, there's always a semicolon to end it. But for other widgets, like a text widget, a container widget, all you need to do is just add a comma to it. Are we there? So do you guys get me?
Can you take it again?
Oh, okay. So what I was saying is, like, how I was able to understand it, like, drops it when I was um learning Flutter was in the class setting, something like that. Sometimes if you I could have just put a comma here now, it's going to give me an error. If I try running the code, error line 30, expected to find a semicolon, but I want to put a comma. So in cases like this, when you have a return type, it's always a semicolon. Then when you have a widget, you just use comma. You use a comma to separate them. Okay, so I'm trying to implement the text style, the text widget, an example of a basic widget. Okay, so if you see it from here, text after when you input your string, then there's a comma for the style. Then style, it's text style also is a widget. So I'm going to style and don't forget your comma. Okay, text style, since it's a widget, we know it's going to, okay, don't let me say we know. Okay, so text style to accept that the properties, if you want to know more about the widget, you come down to properties. Okay, so yeah, you can change that things you can do within the text style widget. You can change the line height. You can change the height of the text also. You can change the font size. Yeah, I'm trying to go down to properties. Yeah, you can change the color also. You can change the color text. Okay, properties already. So you can change the background color. You can change the color of the text. You can also change the font family. You can change
Mr. Michael. Hello, Mr. Michael. I'm not hearing anything from the class.
Same here.
Maybe we need to raise our hand for him to notice something. I don't know.
Hello guys, can you hear him?
I can't hear him. I'm not seeing any sign though. I can't hear him.
Okay. Hi Michael, we can't hear you.
Hello.
Hello, hi.
Okay. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Is that Mr. Michael?
Okay. Yes. Sorry, what something the net-
Where have you been this?
oh wow. I was shouting, can you hear me? Can you hear me for like 3 minutes now? For over 3 minutes now.
Thank God for Sister Ruth anyway.
Oh, wow. Okay, so where did you guys stop hearing me from?
Uh, maybe someone else can help.
Okay. Hello.
Hi.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Sorry, I was asking where 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 do we stop like before you guys couldn't hear me again? So I don't know where I can continue from.
I thought you were asking the difference between stateless and stateful widgets.
Oh wow.
No, we already passed there.
Oh,
So what did you say? I can't get that.
did you say something?
We're in that API.
Oh, sorry.
That part.
You are talking about it, and now you are trying to explain to us what the text property means, text widget. You are explaining to us what it means, how to change the color, how to change the property, or something like that.
Okay. Okay, I'm not sure really. Okay. Okay, so I was talking about font size. Yes, I was asking. Okay, I asked the question. I came to the property of the. Sorry, it's loading. Property of the textile widgets. For textile, the font size it accepts an input. The inputs it accepts yet a double. Can you guys still hear me? So my question was my question is I asked this earlier. What is a double? You can still remember what is a double in that? Like what is double type in that?
Double type is a data variable, if I am right, for inputting number, like decimal number.
A data type.
A data type to accept a number.
Yes, awesome. Okay, so it accepts font size accepts a double. We can try 15. 15.0. happening? And 0. You should clear the error. Oh, okay, sorry, my apologies. Sorry. Okay, so sorry. Supposed to be comma here. Are you guys still with me?
Yes.
Sorry, my system is kind of is lagging. Just give me a minute.
Yes, I'm not getting it.
Yeah, sorry. I'm having issues with my system. It's lagging. It's running slow. Try to reach it. Yeah, almost back. Okay, coming back. Apologies. Okay, page unresponsive. It bugs. Supposed to work now. Try refreshing. Sorry, my apologies. I don't know why it's lagging now. Okay, so in the meantime, when it's still Okay, sorry guys. Can you guys hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
I'm having some technical issue with my system. I don't know what's happening. I'm connected with my phone. It's still loading. Okay, there was a glitch. That was okay. So it's Microsoft Teams. So you can give us a moment. Okay, but let me try to. Okay, should I continue? In the meantime, when
Michael, we can't hear you.
yes, sorry, I'm having issues with my system, like with the Microsoft Teams. So like it went off. I'm trying to reload it now.
Okay.
I'm still with you guys. It's still loading up.
Okay, sir.
All right.
Oh, sorry. Mr. Michael. Hello, sir.
Yes, I'm with you. Yes,
Yeah,
I'm
I
with
want
you.
to ask that at the end of this training, are we going to be able to create an app on our phone that is going to
Yes.
be on Google Play Store?
Oh,
Or
oh,
is that one is another process? Do you get the question I'm asking?
yes. Okay. So okay, for this particular training, yes,
Yes.
definitely you are going to be able to create an app. Then it's going to be on your personal development tools then, and your personal try to develop the app and make it better. Then
Yeah. And then
um
we're putting it on Google. Play Store or any Play Store? Is it another process? Like, is it something that you have to study, just like the way you study how to do the app?
No, 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 it's not. It's still part of learning Flutter. Just like part of the how do I put it now, the spaces.
Okay, okay, sorry. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
And then the Flutter, like, no, I've not been using Flutter before, so I'm new to Flutter, so I don't really know a lot about it. I'm just starting to know.
We are starting today.
Yeah,
Oh yeah. Don't worry, as we continue with the class, you're going to know a lot more about it.
no,
Definitely.
right.
No, I don't know.
Hello, sorry.
Okay, I'm with you.
Yeah, what we are using to code now, we're going to be using the dart pad online with the Flutter, or are we going to be using it together?
Okay, for the purpose of these few classes, like for the first classes, for you to be able to understand better, yeah, that's why we're using that part.
Okay, instead
But
of what?
instead of
Android.
yes, instead of no, instead of
Android Studio.
Android Studio or VS Code
Okay, instead of Android Studio or VS Code.
or VS Code, yes, you can use either of the two.
Okay, that means it's not a must that we must use VS Code or Android Studio. That means we can use that pad and Flutter alone.
Okay, sorry. Can you come again with the question?
I'm saying that okay, we are using this that pad with Flutter only. That means we can achieve whatever we want to achieve with these two software.
Okay, okay. For the building of your apps and everything, you need the SDK, Flutter and your
That
and
pad.
Android Studio or VS Code with your Flutter SDK.
And for all of this
So
that pad,
yeah, that part is just to run the code.
okay, just test it on what.
Yes, just
Okay,
like
before we take you to Android Studio.
Android Studio exactly. So you can just run it. You can easily run it without the stress of opening Android Studio and everything. Because
Okay, so you don't get
yeah,
to open too many software.
yes, exactly. Because, yeah, you have some limitations of what you can do.
Okay,
Yeah.
is that right?
Okay,
Thank you.
you're welcome. I think I'm almost up. Okay, so guys, can you hear me now?
Yes, sir.
Yes, yes.
Yes, sir.
Hey, can you guys see my screen now? Hello,
Yes,
can you guys
sir.
see? Okay, okay. Thank you. Yes, I apologize for the break. Okay, it's back now. Yes, it's back now. Okay. Apologies. We we can continue now. Okay, sorry for that. If you are following me, can you guys? Okay, so
We are with you, Mr. Michael. Just
I was trying to implement the style on the text widget, text style widget on the text widget from the style. Okay. style. Style accepted text style widget. Okay, text style. My system is still lagging. Okay, there, done. Okay, get to the error. Okay. Sorry, Isaac. Sorry, is
Sir?
Isaac is on this call?
Sir?
Isaac. Okay, Isaac is no longer on this call. Okay,
I
so
don't
guys,
think so.
okay, my system now is hanging. Like that was is making the Microsoft is actually making the one. Microsoft team is making it hang and making it lag. So stop me wasting our time. Okay, let me try for the
You
last time.
hereby declare the call.
So I didn't get you.
I'm just kidding. I said you hereby declare the call closed.
So I didn't hear what you said.
I'm just kidding anyway. Hello, sir.
Yes, I didn't hear what you said. I didn't get you.
I said your system is hanging. So maybe you
Yes,
declare the call closed.
I should.
Maybe I thought I'm just speaking for you now. Maybe that is what you want to say because your system is hanging or something. You want to course the call or something like that. Maybe.
Yes, that what I wanted to say. Yes, like
Okay.
I should restart. Then probably if we don't have time again for today, we can. Okay, Isaac is not around, so I won't be able to reschedule it. I don't think I'll. Okay. Okay. For me not to waste our. Okay, can you guys hear me now? Can you still hear me?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Probably if it goes up, it's working back now. Probably if it goes up once again, I'll just share the slide on Discord then. I'm sorry on Slack, and then we'll probably end the class.
But this online, this is not really open. The network is really bad in Nigeria. Like we have to do something in this Nigeria.
Don't propose any solution for us.
Sir, what do you say?
Like, I do you have any solution that can help us with like to find a solution to our problem.
No, no, you see that the network is the problem, Abi. Network is
Eh,
bad.
yes, now that's what I'm saying now. Like
And
said Nigeria.
mm, and again, you said your laptop again. And Microsoft Team, Abi.
Okay, I think what it's not still responding. It's all is just showing here, just connecting. Then I'm still with you. Sorry, can you guys still hear me? Hi, hello.
Yes, sir. Yes,
I'm
sir.
still with
Okay, if it doesn't work this time around, I'll just share the slide and end the class.
Okay.
And then that thing would want to do communicated by the lead tutor.
Okay. Let's say, please. Hello?
Yeah, yeah, I'm listening.
Yeah, I really don't know what they did in the last class, but then you were asking if they practice. So I
Yes.
really don't know what they practice.
Oh, okay. So what did you do in the last? You're on the Slack channel, yeah.
Yes.
Okay, yes. You go through the mobile development Slack channel. There's a link
Okay.
to the last class.
Okay.
Yeah, so I think it's best to just watch it, then go through it and should
Okay.
understand.
Okay. Okay.
I'm
Thank you.
So have you any
And
questions?
please don't forget how to like downloading and the installation
Yes.
of the software.
Yeah, installation video. Yes, I've written it out. I'll do that.
Thank you.
Can I go?
Yes, sir. I'm with you. Good.
I'm having challenge in the video. The video is directing me to Microsoft, and each time I want to log into the Microsoft account, it will be saying my account is not linked with ECX UNILAG or something like that.
Oh, okay. You're not using your Unilag Microsoft account email. Sorry.
I don't get that. I have two emails, and I've tried the two emails. I even use the two emails to register my Microsoft account. I'm using the one I used to register with EXE UNILAG now on this meeting.
Oh, okay. I
I,
think
and I've used to access the video, but I couldn't access it.
okay. I think how I did my for the solution. What I did was your matric number at live dot unilag.edu.ng.
I'm not a student of UNILAG.
Oh, okay. Or that I should. Okay, out. You said you tried a normal mail email. It didn't work.
I didn't get it.
Like you said, you tried your normal mail. It didn't work.
That mail I'm using to attend this
Yeah,
meeting.
your normal Gmail it didn't work, Abby.
My normal Gmail doesn't work also.
Okay. Yeah, I'll add it to the issues list. Then I'll delete them.
All right then. Thank you very much.
All right.
Thank you.
Trying to bring the screen up. That was taking forever. Okay, so I think at this juncture, um, very okay. Okay, so I think, oh, oh guys, correct.
I'm with you, sir.
Oh, okay, yeah. So I'm still having difficulties in loading up and in sharing my screen now. That's not the issue. So I think we'll end the class now, so I won't waste your time again.
All right then.